Did you see it? That right there is going to make the downswing and your swing so easy and feel effortless because it's about movement. I'm going to show you how. What happens to you, I wager, is you get to the top of the swing, even if you've done everything great, you kind of panic and the instincts to hit at the ball take over. And then you know that you're coming over the top. You know that your swing just kind of feels off. This is the art of simple golf. So we need to really simplify it. And we have to remember that what we're trying to do is a movement, a swing. It's not just about trying to make certain positions happen. And we can't always be thinking about the sequence of things. If you're to throw a ball, you would do it perfectly well. We just need to try and tap into that with our golf instincts a little bit more. But we still need to have structure. We can't just dream a perfect golf shot. We still want the body to work a particular way to get those optimal strikes, to get that effortless golf swing that delivers power. And this right here is going to be the key. You get stuck at the top of the swing, not knowing what to do. The upper body dominates, the lower body stalls, and we end up doing this kind of movement. What feel can I give you? What sensation can I give you to have from the top of the swing that is going to add more flow and momentum and better results? Well, it's all in the hips, all right? Don't get cheeky, but we want to be starting our downswing before we've completed the top of the swing. But we're not trying to rush it. And one reason why you rush the downswing is because you haven't given yourself enough time to sort of complete the backswing, even though it's always in flow. It's not a separate entity, it's a golf swing. Yes, we refer to it as backswing, transition, downswing. That's just to help educate you. But the thing is, you start focusing on compartmentalizing things, when really it all has to be connected and fluid. And that's what this is about. We want a nice backswing where we've got a pivot. We are allowing the hips to turn. And the feeling is the butt is going to actually move back towards the target a little bit that way. As we make our backswing, we're not staying rigid with the hips, okay? We are allowing the leg to extend, the trail leg, so we can wind up. And as you can see, I've got a bit of pelvic turn here. I've got that pivot. But what happens here? The feel I want you to have is before you've completed your backswing, as you get to about halfway, I want you to feel that your pelvis, your hips, whatever keyword works for you, is actually moving further back this way. Not only is it going to rotate, it's actually going to fall back towards the target. As I make my transition and downswing, I'm moving my body, my backside. Not only is it continuing to sort of turn behind me, it's actually falling towards the target a little bit. Okay? Why? Because from here, I am now loaded to really be able to sling this club through. If I exaggerate it and I don't turn my hips, I'm sort of stuck here. It's very passive. It's not athletic. Now, if I turn my hips and wind up a little bit more, okay, I've definitely got more behind the ball, but I'm also a little bit sort of stuck, because what do I have to do from here? It's kind of a very conscious, right, I've got to start the downswing. From the top, you're going to actually feel like you're falling back this way. So it's a constant fluid motion. Now obviously we don't go too far because we're going to get stuck, but it's a very subtle couple of inches movement, and it's happening as the club is working its way towards the top and back down. And it's harmony and it is fluid, and we practice it very slowly at first, just to train and get that sensation even though it's very natural, you might have to kind of re-educate yourself to get away from a golf swing separation that I was talking about. Now, I do want you to be careful not to think that you're shifting this way. We're not sliding, all right? We're not get stuck here. It's a very subtle move. It's just fluid. It's this. It's a falling sensation as we are allowing it to turn. See that? It's almost like a little wave, a little dance, a little surf, if you will. But it is in this pelvis there. And one of the keys you have to make sure of, as you're making this sort of move, we are not sliding that way. I'm not moving sort of forward towards the ball. I'm not collapsing this knee. I'm allowing it to almost fall that way, back towards the target here. Okay, very subtle pressure shift there. But I'm keeping my backside more or less where it is here. So it's that move. It's not extending up, and we're not sort of falling down this way. Very small sensation. And what I want you to really feel is that flow. There's no rushing here. We're not trying to hit the ball far, but I promise you, you'll probably end up hitting it a lot further. So we make our backswing and we fall. And the feel that you might resonate with, it kind of feels like a slingshot, a catapult, because we're catching the weight of the club back here and we're getting that delay. It's sort of a delay feel. We're not at the top hitting hard, we are delaying that feel, and you see the acceleration happens nearer the bottom. So as you rehearse this at home, make your backswing, gather the weight, and fall, and fall. And you see, as you get to here, that's when the arms come through and we release. It's so free flowing. It's going to make it so easy for you, especially if you're stuck thinking about positions too much. Sweet and easy. I don't really have to think about it. It just happens.